Welcome to Tea with Tolls, a platform celebrating young people, young voices doing amazing things around the globe. Hey, welcome to another episode of Tea with Tolls. My name is Taliwa, and I'm really excited for this episode because it's discussing a topic that has been so close to my heart and actually I've struggled with for such a long time, and that is discovering your passion. So a question I often get a lot, especially in my line of work with young people, is Taliwa, how do I get up and go? So it's okay when you sort of have an idea or you already have a passion in your heart or you have a talent or gift you're really aware about. It's easy in that sense to get up and go because then you're working towards a goal. But what happens when you don't even have a reason to get up? And that's what discovering your passion is all about. There's something I always say, is passion is often hidden behind frustrations. But today I really just want you to enjoy Jack's story. I really do hope this episode inspires you to get up and go. Hi Jack.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long time.
It's been too long. Too long.
Literally like more than half a decade.
Like 20.
That's 20 years.
Right, before we get into it, what tea do you want, man? We got... Try this out for you.
Yeah,
Do you already know what you want?
No.
Let's test it out.
See if you can tap me. Go.
Oh, that's good. So, what have you been up to?
I've been busy lately, you know. This 2018 has been a really good year for me.
Right.
And I think most of that has come down to the fact, like, I don't think I've pushed myself this hard and this consistently ever in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
So, I've recently just started up a business in social media marketing consultancy.
Wow.
I have been doing a lot with regards to modelling, signing up to a lot of agencies. I just signed up as an influencer for Instagram, really pushing modelling online. Music is something that I do, but it's more in the background. Then I'm working my normal job. And I just bought a house, so I'm looking to...
Wow, bruh, 2018. Tell me, like, because you know what, I remember in school, like, I remember you for singing and at basketball. So I remember, like, you know, we have them talent shows and then Jack is on there, like, like, giving us them, like, falsetto. They're the phone calls, like... Yeah. So obviously today we're talking about discovering your passion, aren't we? And obviously why I wanted you here today was basically to tell you the story. So how did it all start? Like you've mentioned, like just doing some amazing things right now. Like how did that all start for you?
Okay, so I would say that my first passion was basketball.
Right.
And like when I was a kid, I'm looking for it. Yeah. When I was a kid, all of my friends, they used to play football. Right. They used to play rugby. They used to play hockey. Okay. Right. And I went to a private school in South London. And I started playing basketball at that school every now and then, but there wasn't really a sports team for basketball. So I was like, all right, you know, this is what I love. Like I would still play football and stuff with my friends, but I would go into the gym and I would play basketball.
Yeah.
But because the school was so strict, listen, if you came to school with highlights in your hair, they would send you. So a teacher would take you to the barbers and make you cut. They're very, very strict. So me, like when I set my mind to something, like I won't let anything stop me. Like nothing will stop me if I decide that this is what I'm doing. Like I'm willing to risk it all. So I would go into the gym every single day and come out of the gym pretty much every single day with the detention.
Wow.
Because they were like, you're not allowed to play without adult supervision. So it got to the stage where like I organised a meeting with my parents and like head of department for the sports teams and the headmaster. And we basically said like, if we sign a waiver, is it allowed for my son to practice basketball? And still they were like, no. So I was like, all right, cool, let me try something else. So I then went around the school and I got 500 signatures from students to say...
You did a petition?
Did a petition to be like, let's have a basketball team.
Yeah.
At first they were like, no, but then as things progressed, finally we got a team.
Right.
But this is then when I actually... So we had 1 year where we were playing as a team and there weren't really that many other people in the school who played basketball. So we were kind of just picking people from here and there. Some people had talent, some people they wanted to learn how to play.
Work in progress, yeah.
But we only had 2 games in that year, and I think we lost both of them, which was painful. It was so painful for me.
Yeah.
But that time was a really interesting time for me because I felt like I was against the world. I was very much like, okay, nobody wants me to do this, but I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do with my life.
Right.
So I have to block out all of this negativity. I have to stop people from trying to take me away from my passion. And I did it well, but I did it in the wrong way. So it made me very, very arrogant and like not nice as a person. Like people would tell me something and I would overreact. I would always be like very over the top and too, way too serious. But thankfully the people around me, they humbled me. They really humbled me a lot. But fast forwards, I finished my GCSEs. GCSEs went well. And then I was planning to change school. And it was either I stay at the school that I was at or I go down to Brighton. And one of the main reasons actually why I joined... Can I say the school name or shall I leave the school name? Yeah, I think
you need to give them extra.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Extra reps.
The reason why... So you guys know, like the way that I know Tolua is from school. So we went to the same sixth form together. So. But the reason why I went down there to go for sixth form is actually because I asked them when they were doing like the interviews and all stuff like that. I was like, if I want to play basketball and I come in at 7 a.m. in the morning, are you gonna let me play? And they said, typically we don't let people do that, but clearly you're very passionate about it.
Wow,
so
big
we'll
dog.
give you an exception.
All right.
So I decided to go down there, even though my original school, they were like, look, we want to keep you here.
Oh, really?
We'll give you even more of a scholarship to help you with fees and stuff. And I was like, no, I've got what I want now. I'm gone. It's too late. I'm gone. In the first practice, I got made the captain. And all of that stemmed from the fact that I was like so hard-headed and driven to like,
so determined.
Make this happen. But the downside of the story with basketball was, as everything was starting to take off, like I was getting asked to come for trials for England, and I was playing for county, and I was training with the professional basketball team. Both my knees gave out. Wow. So I had to stop playing. But that for me again was a really valuable life lesson, because having something that you're so passionate about and having that taken away from you, again, it really humbles you, but it also makes you very grateful for those times when you do have something that you're passionate about and you do have like a purpose and stuff like that. And me as a person, like I have always been searching for my purpose and the way in which I can help people and help myself and take care of my family. And I think the most important thing is being happy. Because when I think about work, everybody's typically working 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 9 to 8, even in London. Like it's not easy. And if you don't love what you do, you're wasting 50% of your week on something that you hate, and then like 60% of your life doing something that you don't like. So it's a very difficult journey, and even this whole setup right now, being a creative and stepping out and following your own path, like it's very, very difficult. But for me, it's also incredibly rewarding because you get to know yourself, and there's nothing better in this life than knowing yourself and knowing.
But then, how do you know yourself? Because I mean, it's something I struggle sometimes to explain to people. Because like I was saying earlier, like with the intro, discovering your passion is just something I struggle with so much because half of the time was actually just comparing myself to everyone else around me. And so sometimes knowing yourself comes from how people identify you. So actually you identifying who you really are and discovering the beauty and joy in your like unique self. Sometimes I find that so difficult if you're always surrounded by people like telling you this is who you are, even if it's positive or negative, like it's just your identity is based somewhere else. So it's like, how do you know yourself first of all before you then say, oh, I think this is my passion?
Personally, I think the way that you discover yourself is through hardship.
Right.
It's through being tested.
That's wisdom cubes. Yeah.
So to go a little bit deep now, 2018 hands down best year of my life. 2017 hands down the worst year of my life.
Wow.
So in 2017 I lost my dad. He passed away suddenly.
Wow.
My partner broke up with me a few months after he passed away. I had a cancer scare.
Wow.
I even attempted suicide. Like it was a really, really hard year.
Yeah.
But having gone through all of that and still kept pushing and still kept trying and not quitting and refusing to be beaten and broken, you come to know yourself in a way where nobody can tell you anything about yourself because you've already explored all of those corners of your personality. So this is, I say this frequently to one of my best friends. I say that rock bottom is one of the greatest foundations on which to build something.
Wow, wisdom keeps again. Wow.
Because if you're at the lowest of lows, everything from that point is all positive. You can only go up. You can. It's like hardship and difficulty is such an incredible opportunity to be able to redesign yourself. Yeah. To be able to build up an incredible amount of momentum. Yeah. Because. And also the thing again, like when you know, okay, I've been through this, I've been through this, like, what is this now? So earlier on this year, I ran the Brighton Marathon in my dad's honour. Oh, right. But because I'm very extreme as a person, so I decided that I was going to run the marathon, but without doing any training. Okay. So there's two groups of people. There are two groups of people when I said that I was going to do this. Yeah. There are two groups of people when I said that I was going to do this. So there's the people who I know, but they don't know me. They don't know this side of my personality where I am very determined. And I told them, and literally one of my friends, I told them, and the way that he laughed. From his soul, literally the way he laughed at me, I was like, the inside laugh. I was like, wow. Yeah. And then there was the other camp, and these are like my closest friends in my family. And I told them, and they were scared because they know when I put my mind to something that I'm willing to die for it. Like I'm literally willing to put my life on the line to achieve my goals. Yeah. So I always knew that I was going to complete the race. Like, but the way that I did it was because I tried to train. I only had 3 weeks to train because I put myself in a situation where I knew it was going to be a difficult challenge, and I wanted to do it so I could break myself. Literally, that was the goal, was to break myself, so that I could discover a new side of my personality. Yeah. But I tried to do some training, and because of my knee injury from basketball, I couldn't do it. Okay. So what I started doing was training mentally and visualizing the race. But the way that I visualized it wasn't the glory. It wasn't me, like just killing it. I visualized the finish line, but when I visualized the finish line, I visualized myself crawling across it, or me having like a broken ankle or a bone sticking out of my leg. Like I visualized the deepest type of pain that I possibly could, but still not quitting. And going back to what I was saying, like, having gone through all the hardships that I had gone through in 2017, when it actually came to the day and I was running and my legs were seizing up and I could barely breathe and like my heart was pounding, I was like, this is hard, but in comparison to what I've been through, this is easy.
Wow. I always think I'm a hardworking person. But what you just described is mad. Because if I was going to train for a marathon and already at the training, my knees are like, thanks to Lua, but can we just go to Burger King? Like, why are we here? I'm gonna be like, thank you, I've tried my best, and I've seen it. But for you to be like, nah, that's not gonna stop me, that's mad, Jack. That's what willpower is. Like, what do you tell yourself? Do you feel like it's just given? Is it something you were born with? Or did you have to prepare that mental state?
That mentality that came from basketball.
Right.
I think that's what it was born out of. It was people telling me, you can't do this, you can't do this. Like, if you the worst thing anyone can ever do is tell me that I can't do something, because I promise you that.
Yeah, that's you would do it. Yeah.
Like, but that I feel very grateful, and even the life that the reason why I'm so happy, even though I still have a lot of baggage from everything that's happened, is that life wasn't supposed to go like this. Like, I was supposed to fail. Like, I was supposed to give up. I wasn't. The life that I'm living now, and I sat down with my friend the other day and I was just talking to him about the 2018 that I've had. Like, at the start of this year, I could not have visualized being in the place that I am now. Like, but a lot of it has just come. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is think about what you want and then just do. Just go and do it. Like, if I'd have thought about it too much, okay, I don't know how to run a marathon. Like, I couldn't barely run for the bus. That's
a struggle. Yeah,
I've got knee injuries. Like, blah 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 blah. If I thought about it, then I'd be like, well, there's no way that I can do this. But in my head, I was like, it doesn't matter what happens, I will not quit. Nothing is going to stop me.
And so, in those times of hardships, who did you speak to? So obviously things happened one after another, and in fact I can't begin to imagine what steps did you take? Like, who did you begin to speak to?
So when my dad passed away, the first person that I would speak to a lot was my girlfriend at the time, and she was very, very supportive at the time. Like, she helped out a lot. But then when we broke up, I tried to talk to my friends, and I realized, at first I was angry because I would want help from people, but they weren't there for me in the way that I needed them to be. But I realized, until you go through something like that in life, there's no way you can contextualize it. It's just something that's you're not able to understand. So at that point, it really was just me and my mum, my sister, and some of my family, but for the most part, it was me, and it was God and the universe, and even conversing with my dad, at his side and stuff like that. And again, I really think that helped me a lot, even though it was such a hard journey. At that point in time as well, knowing that I was going through so much difficulty, I chose to make it more difficult. And not in the sense of to make my life worse, but I had a saying back then. It was short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. So if it means that I have to not do this, I could take the easy path, but let me take the longer route, because I know a year down the line that I'm going to be exponentially better than if I take the easy path. So that really helped me. Music really helped me, but then also going to the gym, and I think really the gym is the thing that really changed my life. So what happened was I'd gone on holiday with my sister to Tobago. So my that side of the family is from Trinidad and Tobago. But before he passed away, my sister and my dad were supposed to go on this holiday together. But then when he passed, I then stepped into his place and I went on this holiday. And we went to see our family over there and stuff. But whilst I was away, that's when my ex and I, we broke up. And this is very difficult to talk about. When we broke up, Like, I felt like I'd lost so much. Like, I'd lost my dad, I'd lost the only person who was, like, supporting me and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, everything that I knew of what was my life and how I defined myself and the people that I defined myself by was gone.
Yeah.
So that's when I tried to commit suicide. But when, like, when I was doing it, and just before I blacked out, like, I heard and this, I know this sounds mad, but, like, I heard this voice in my head say no.
Wow.
And it was so cutting. Like, it literally cut through the darkness. Like, and it wasn't my voice as well.
Wow, yeah.
And the way that I look at my life from that day till now, like, I feel like I died. It's like like the old version of me died, because literally ever since that day, life has never been the same.
Wow.
Like, I came back from the holiday and I set myself the goal of going to the gym every day for 90 days. So I came back, jumped off of the plane, got home, threw my bag in my room, and then went straight to the gym.
Yeah.
And I've been to the gym every single day since then, and now it's like day 539
That's
or something.
madness. That's madness. So it's almost like because I remember talking to, he was like a young guy, and he was saying how he was struggling with so much, and he asked me a question, like, it was almost that time of like hardship for him, and he said, how do you, like, I feel so helpless, like I don't know what to do at this particular point. And I told him, you just need to do something, anything, like, I just want you to stand up and dance, because that, this is not meant to be a deep show, y'all.
We're getting there.
We're getting in it. Because that feeling of just being in like a black hole, like life is literally like snatched everything away from you. I've been there, right? And so, but I can't always portray my experiences like to somebody else, because if we're going through so like different things, and I said, like, the only thing I can tell you right now is to just do something. And it's almost like what you've just said is basically, even like the gym is like, people don't realize even just like fitness and how that can change the whole mental state.
That's actually the biggest thing that I got from it, was the mentality. It's like it's like a meditation for me. Like, it doesn't matter what I've been going through in that day, I go there and I have like an hour and a half where I'm not thinking about anything.
Wow, yeah.
I've shown myself self-love, like, by taking care of myself and whatnot. But I agree with you. It doesn't matter. Whatever, even if you love knitting, even if you love, you know, I don't know, where it really and truly,
stroking cats.
Doesn't,
you need to get up and stroke
it really
cats.
doesn't matter what it is you're doing.
But you need to get up and do something.
But move.
Yeah.
If you're in that space, move. You have to move. And it doesn't matter if you're moving forwards or backwards, but you're moving. You're refusing to allow the situation to get the better of you. And there's one J. Cole lyric that I would recite in my head all the time when I was going through that year, and it was grinding, boy, your life can change in 1 year.
Wow.
And even when it's dark out, I would think about that all the time. I was like, okay, things are hard now, I'm struggling, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation, but I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to just keep trying and trying. And I have faith that one day that things will be better. Everything is temporary. If you are in the worst place you've ever been in your life, don't worry. Like, it will not last. Better things are coming, but you have to work for it. Even though it's hard. Like, when you're like it's easiest to make gains in life and progress in life when things are difficult. Because you have every excuse not to. But if you can do it then, when times are good, you're just coasting. You're literally just coasting.
Amazing. You're amazing. So let's talk about the good times.
The good times.
2018.
2018.
It's a good year. The year of joy and happiness.
Literally best year of my life. Okay. Highlights of the year. I would say running the Brighton Marathon was huge. Was huge.
Well done for that. That's amazing.
Like, even now when I look back on it, like, I don't really understand how I did it. Like, it was so testing. And then buying a house in Croydon as well.
Well done.
Where I love. You know, this is my hometown.
I went to third shade, but alright, just tip my teeth. But yeah, well done. Well done, that's amazing.
That was nice. going to the gym and being consistent with it. And I had a really humbling experience the other day. So I do a little bit of acting as well. And one of my friends who I've done some acting with a couple of years ago, he recently took on the challenge that I've been doing. And he decided he was going to go to the gym every day for 61 days.
All right.
And I went to train with him on his last day, and it was mind blowing for me, because like when I think about the person that I was back in 2017, like I never thought that I would ever, like I just wasn't somebody who could inspire someone. Like I was useless, if I'm being honest. So to have been part of that process, to have inspired someone to better themselves, like it was mind-boggling. Learning to love myself again.
Wow,
like that really is, that can't be understated. Like having self-love and appreciating yourself and appreciating life for all of its beauty and all of its difficulties as well, but accepting that this is part of the process, like that.
It's amazing you mentioned self-love, because we're doing an episode sometime soon on self-love, and that's looking at different things like relationships or your work, that sort of thing. But do you think obviously you must do, you're thinking self-love is part of that journey of starting out or discovering your passion, is before you find something that you love doing, you almost need to love who you are? I think
it comes full circle. I think you have to love yourself enough to walk your own path,
right,
and to know when to say no, and be like, this is not something that I want to do. This is not something that I, even though maybe I don't have the funds for this, that, and the other, my passions, or something that I'm even just vaguely interested in, or even to be able to, when people will talk in your ear and be like, you can't do this, or why are you doing this? Why are you wasting time? Like, rah, rah, rah. You have to love yourself enough to be like, I trust myself. Like, I know who I am. And even if they don't see who I am yet, it's fine. I will show you in due time.
If they don't see that vision.
All of us, deep down, we know the answers to these questions, but we want shortcuts. And the truth is, it's hard work. Like these days, I probably sleep on average about 5 hours a night, maybe 4 hours a night. I've got so many things to do. Like I'm tired. I've drunk tea all my life, but now I have to drink coffee. Like I really do. Like,
that is,
last night I slept 4 hours. So if I haven't drunk coffee, it's not gonna have the same energy. If you need this money so you can go out and buy this equipment, and you're working your 9 to 5, then when you get home, you need to be working another 2 hours or 3 hours at another job, and that's not fun. But if it's something that you want to do, it depends. It really depends. If this is something that you're interested in, you're not going to do it. But if this is something you actually care about, like the fact that you've got all of this stuff, I can tell you care about it, because you had to put your money down, and putting your money down is a huge statement as well. To say like, okay, I'm investing this, I could have used this to go out and buy a new watch or go traveling, but instead I'm investing it. But that is big within itself, because you are actually reinvesting. You're not investing in the equipment, you're investing in yourself. So you have to, I think, me personally, I think you have to have like that, okay, I'll do it whatever it takes. Like if it doesn't mean that I have to work my 9 to 5 and then I'm going to Tesco's even and I'm working 2 hours, or I'm working over the weekends, even if it's just I need to do this for a month or 2 months or 3 months, in the grand scheme of things, in 5 years time, that's going to be insignificant. That's really not going to matter that much. Like my life will be so much better. And there's no guarantees. You have to take that risk. What I have learned as well from this last year is that all things, they come through hard work, they come through patience and consistency.
Right, so my next question is with comparison. Not talking about comparison, love it. Like, it's the single, this is not good grammar. I was going to say it's the single most hardest thing to do. I don't even know if that's correct. Like just mixing English together. But it's so hard to avoid comparison, especially someone who's a social media influencer. How do you deal with that? Like, Do you compare yourself to other people? Or are you that kind of person that you're
definitely,
like,
definitely. It's not a perfect journey for me at all. People that I can't compete with. That's the fact. Like, I can't be LeBron James. I would love to be LeBron James, but I am not him.
Yeah.
But I am me. And I have value in me being the person that I am, and me finding what like all of us, there will never be another you in the whole history of the universe. There will never be another you. So you have some sort of value which you can add to the world, which nobody ever will be able to do, right? And then when I look at people like LeBron James or Richard Branson or Elon Musk, I personally think the reason why they're so successful is because they know themselves so well.
They know their value.
And that's the maddest thing to me, is like, I look at Drake and I'm like, you have finessed the whole system because you are getting paid to be you. You just get paid to be the best version of yourself that you are, like by living in your truth and walking in your glory.
You ready? I got to time you. It's a game, Jack.
Oh, we're actually doing 1 minute.
1 minute. You can't talk too much.
So, you know what? Let me be choice with my words. But
You ready?
Let's do it, yeah.
There you go.
The first thing would be stay balanced. I think being balanced in life helps humongously. Because if you lose something, but you have the support of another passion you're interested in, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
The second is, and this is in no particular order, self-love. Love yourself. If you love yourself, you'll always be working your own best interest. Life can't get the better of you. Like, even if you are alone and you have no one else to turn to, you have you. You have your own back. It doesn't matter what comes in your way. The third would be work hard. Because nothing in this life comes easy. Like, if you want it, you're gonna have to push yourself. Be consistent, be patient, trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust in the process.
Jack, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so encouraged by it all. Like, I knew your story was amazing, but at the end of this, I'm just so blown away and even so encouraged to keep doing this platform.
Yeah, you definitely need to.
Like,
you need to. I want to come back for like a 2020 recap. In 2 years' time, I'll come back.
Like,
We'll
like again.
New studio.
Where can people reach you? So if someone has a question, they want to get in contact, where do people reach you?
The best place to get at me is on Instagram. So it's Jack Gerard. It's JAKK.GERARD. Yeah.
I'm gonna put
hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah.
I like, honestly, listen to me. I love talking to people and I love talking to people and like finding out about your stories. Like, I gain as much from listening to other people as I do from talking about like my own story. We have so much to learn from one another. So I would love to hear from people. And,
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and for being with us this long. I hope you get something from this in your own journey to just get up and go. Thanks.
Bye.
Yay.